push off. All right. We are working on getting out into the water on another kayak fishing line. All right. All right, what do we need to do here? We need to do this, put that here. We need to go like this. Get the fish finder prepped and fired up. All right. All right, we're rocking and rolling. All right, fish finder. We fired up here. All right, fish finder's fired up. All right, 2 people in here, 2 thumbs up already. Sunny one. We had some good swimming time. I went on a fun mission earlier that you guys will be seeing a video from in maybe a month. Fun short. Can't tell you the guys about it yet, but you'll see it eventually. But we are going to get headed over to the dam wall, and we are going to see if we can troll around for some bass or trout or sunfish, whatever. We got Rod Wilson and my Uncle Matt in here. It's a good set of folks to start the live off. I'm back out on the kayak again. I'm completely not in the center of the frame. There we go. Oh, I've got my water filter because it is hot out here, so we're gonna need some water for sure. Felt like I was dragging something. I was. 3:21 p.m. We need to leave for dinner at 5:30 p.m. So I need to be back at 5:20. I can do the world's fastest shower and change, and I should be ready to roll. But Ozarks Woodsman, how's it going? Starting up another live. I got to pop into your live for a couple minutes, Woodsman, and then I started up my own, but yakking vicariously. There you go. I'm wearing the free fly mat. It's needed today. It's hot. Hot, not much of a breeze, super sunny. Definitely needed. We're gonna come on over to, it's nice and sunny today too, which works really well for the technique we're gonna use, but we're gonna work our way over probably 2/3 of the way down the dam wall, and then we're gonna troll it back through. And we'll do that one. Need some shades. Yeah, I've actually been trying to wear the shades as minimally as possible. Sight fishing are highly beneficial, but out here I've been trying to wear them as minimally as possible. I've heard 2 things, both of which, if true, would be very beneficial to me. First of all, your eyes are like the main filter for your brain to let your skin, your brain sends signals to your skin on how it should react to sunlight. And when you block out sunlight, your brain doesn't react properly, doesn't send the right signals, and you're more likely to get burned bad if you're wearing sunglasses because your brain doesn't tell your skin to react the right way. And then the other thing is, the more you wear sunglasses less, good lord, that was the least efficient way possible to say that. The less you wear sunglasses, there we go, the less you actually need them. And for me, especially with archery and shooting stuff, on bright days, I've always really struggled to keep my eyes open, keep my eyes trained on the target. So I've tried to wear my sunglasses less in an attempt to make that better, hopefully. So hopefully less burning which I have burned less, but I think there's a variety of reasons for that. But hopefully less burning and less need for them when doing things like shooting. So need them to see the trout, yeah. But fishing in the lake where you're trolling or fishing in 10 feet of water, I don't really need to see them, so I try to leave them back. It's just something I'm trying. I will report back on that. I started this at the very beginning of this year. I kind of made a commitment to try this, and I will report back at the end of the year on its results. Travis is in here, Raptor Wheel's in here. Catch anything? We've been live for 6 minutes, and we've just been paddling out to the spot so far. We're trying to get out here to the dam wall, and we're going to troll along it with the mini crankbait, so at least that's how we're going to start the day. Some good fish suspended at like 27 feet at that fountain. You might come out here tomorrow or Thursday and vertical jig for some of those. I've been wanting to do some of that too. Vertical jigging with a spoon. There's a lot of good fish here. 27 feet here. 18 people in here, 8 thumbs up. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I can't speak today. Alright. We're almost to our spot, and then we'll start trolling. GPS location? Are you asking to give you a GPS location? Or I'm a little lost, Travis. Clarify. I'm a little slow today. This is the first fishing session of the day. Oh, you're just messing around. Yeah, I kind of assumed, but you know, you all know what assuming does. All right. Almost to the spot, y'all. So people in here, 9 thumbs up. Thank you guys. Can we hit 10 thumbs up before 10 minutes into the live? Lane, that's right. We try and keep it generally free of profanity. But that was what I was alluding to, so I'll allow it. Just for this once. Oh, they caught a fish. Nice. Oh, that was weird. Hey, Jim. Jimmy! The man himself. Alright. So we tried this our first day up here, or our first time going live from the kayak, I mean, since we've been up here this trip. And there were a lot of people out that day, kind of parked their boats up along the dam wall. So I couldn't actually troll all the way down it, but there's not a soul here today, so we should be ready to rock and roll. We are going to get relatively close to the dam wall and then chuck it out there. Do I fly fish at all? Yeah. I actually brought my 2-weight up here. Love tossing around some dry flies for the panfish in the early morning and late evening. That's a good time. What's the hardest part about fly fishing? I mean, a lot of people would say casting. I think the casting is kind of relaxing, but you definitely need to know how to do it. And there's some situations where it's just not super applicable. Like, you just got to know when it's right and when it isn't. And that's a big part, I'd say. I'd also say that the hardest part could be knowing what fly to use. There's a lot of them. Alright, let's see if we can get going here. Fight the wind. We are fighting the wind. Hopefully I got the windsock on. Hopefully it's not too bad, the audio. Wildfire smoke coming from Canada. Huh. Well, it's not up here yet. Down by you it might be. It means if it's blowing north, it'll probably be up here this evening or something like that. We're fighting the wind. Give us a nice workout. Smoke will be in PA tomorrow through Friday. Interesting. Probably not ideal from the Canadian standpoint. Smokes the wind. We are struggling. God might not want us to troll on this damn hole this trip. White caps. Yep. Woo! Yeah, we're fighting it. Can't see that side. My hood is blown into my face so much. Five people in here, 12 thumbs up. We just got a bite. I watched my rod get smacked, but it didn't hook up. Alright. Here's a plan. Once we get to the end of the dam wall, we'll let the wind carry us back the other direction. Troll back the other way, and then we'll switch up the plan. Because I can't do this twice. Holy smokes. We are absolutely battling with this wind. Up. Hopefully y'all can hear me with the wind. Let me know. Alright, so it says it's very windy. Hold on. Let's try this. How's the wind now? Did I take it down at all? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Let's turn this ship around. Better. Good. Whew. All right. Oh, this is so much better, y'all. Working with the wind versus against it is such a marvelous thing. It's truly glorious. And we're moving at a much better clip. Not just as it's easier, but we're automatically moving way faster. Which in this scenario is really good because when I'm trolling this thing, I've noticed they like it pretty fast. Oh, we had him. Had him and lost him. Quick release. Right. Quick release of the unknown fish. I generally prefer to know what they are first, you know. Going for bass, whatever bites, really, Jimmy. We got a dog up here. I'm not sure if the dog's going to be in the water when we troll on by or not. So I'm going to try and swing wide. What lake are you on? We're on a private lake at my lake house up in the Poconos. What is in that lake? Smallmouth bass? Yeah, there's smallmouth, largemouth, crappie, couple different types of sunfish, yellow perch, trout, and the occasional catfish in here. So, all sorts of stuff. Did you catch anything? Not yet. We hooked one and lost it while trolling. He came off rather quickly. But what are you hoping to catch? Really anything that bites. Bass is probably the most likely culprit with the current setup. But really could be anything. Holy smoke. Huh. Oh, there we go. Fish on. Fish on. Pulling good. What are you? Little baby smallmouth. Haha. Came off. Just like the largemouth we caught yesterday did. Huh. Ow. Got me good. Baby smallmouth. Nice. Not too big, but hey, it's always fun catching something on the mini trolling rig. They double this BFS rod over. There you go. There you go. Toss him back. Sweet. First catch of the day, 25:09. I'll log that in my head somewhere that's 25 minutes in. Somehow I'll remember that. If I verbalize it, I'll remember it. That's usually how it works. Alright, let's paddle into a better zone. 8 people in here, 21 thumbs up. Feet here. Hey Den, I'm not sure if you caught it, but we just got ourselves a little smallmouth about a minute ago. If you didn't catch it, you can go back and check that out. It was only a minute or two ago, so. We're just going to paddle along this shoreline, and then once we get in line with the island, we'll decide what we're going to do. There's a number of things that could go down. This side of the lake is so much shallower than our side. We're on the complete opposite side now, and it's only an average of 3 or 4 feet over here, whereas ours, at the same distance off the shore, would be about 5.5 to 6. All the houses on our side of the lake are older because everybody wanted to put their houses there because it's got better fishing right off the beach and better swimming. So everyone on our side are the old houses because they got first dibs. Right now we're in 4.2 feet of water fighting the wind. Absolutely bobbing like a cork as we troll along. 3.8 feet of water, and we're probably 100 feet off the shore. It's 3.8 feet of water, about maybe 35, 40 feet off the shore at our side. We are absolutely bobbing around in these waves induced by the wind. Whoa. Oh, there's a fish. That feels bigger. What is that? Got ourselves another fish while trolling. Come here, buddy. Oh, jumped. Jumped and spit it. Dang it. That was a largie, and that was probably a pound-ish largie. Definitely bigger than the last fish. Lost him. Alright, get straightened out here. So Bob from Anyfin is beat from his saltwater mission with Cab. Not joining us tomorrow. It's unfortunate. That's alright. How far does the lure dive? It's a lipless, so it kind of... We have weeds or something. We either have a fish already or we got weeds. Feels weedy. Yeah, it's weeds. So it's a lipless, so it kind of just sinks, and its depth kind of depends on the rate of retrieval. But it usually stays down pretty good, which is one of the reasons I like this lure so much. For this, because it does stay down, but you can pull it fast and work it in shallow water, and you can pull it a little bit slower and get it to sink a little bit deeper. So it works really well for stuff exactly like this. It's a great lure for this style of fishing. Oh, my cap's coming over. 6 feet of water here. Click that just once more. I slowly want to pay out the line. I've gotten much better at this over the years that I've been doing this, which has really just been 2 years that I've been trying to troll this lake with a kayak. But you just click it, let out some line, and then do into it, and over the course of a couple times, you can let out a decent length of line, pull it good ways behind you, without getting it stuck on the bottom. Because if you let it all out at once, it'll just go all the way to the bottom. So I said that. And yeah, that's the thing about over here. So, no, I just had it tangled. It's so shallow. As I said, it's shallow enough to where it's a little bit difficult. 1.5 feet of water. Trolling a mini crankbait. Getting shallow again. We're gonna make a left turn here. I'm gonna go back into the cove. I haven't fished back here in a while. Oh, there's a fish. There we go, fish on. Ah! Lost him right there. Another little smallie. I'm losing fish today. That's kind of the nature of trolling. Because you're not really hook setting them, you're just kind of pulling them into the hook set. They only really get caught by one or two of the treble hooks. Not really getting them hooked. That's kind of the nature of this whole thing. Getting caught momentarily, don't you worry. There it is. You're stuck now. Alright. Can I get mine? Well, you haven't been here long, have you? Trolling spotlight. Well, my traditional theory for moderators, it's not a sign of status, it's really not that important, it's just to help me out. And it's reserved for those who I know well. If you hang around for a while, you join in on the shenanigans frequently, then that's probably something that'll happen eventually. But I haven't seen you around. I haven't been in for too long, so it's not quite yet that that's going to happen. So it's all right though. It's not really a sign of status. I know a lot of people view it as such, but it's really just to help me out. And I just give it to people who I know real well. avoid the weeds. Five people in here, 24 thumbs up. Let's get that up to 30 thumbs up. That'd be sweet. We're ripping on through here with a mini crankbait. Getting back out of here is going to be slightly unpleasant. Fighting the wind back out of here for sure. Alright, let's start making that turn. Get back out of here. Alright, I'm speed paddling now. We're getting into some shallow water. We need to pick up the pace. Here we go. I think we've got some weeds on the... No, I think I'm... Oh no, I got some weeds. We got some weeds up ahead. Let's get past those and then try and make another cast. Still 6 people hanging out. Thank you all. Right there. let out a little line without getting it to the bottom. Paddle, 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 hit. Oh yeah. Now we're good. We're in there. Give it a crank, tighten. Yep. Alright, we're good. Oh my gosh, it's getting shallower. We're going out into the lake and it's getting shallower. Remarkable. Take a quick break, get some water here. Gotta run, have fun out there. Thanks, Dan. Will do. Alright, we got my Life Straw Peak filter. This is like one of the greatest adventure tools. You don't have to carry water. Carry this. And you can get some water. Close the lip. We're struggling. You're struggling big time. Alright, there's some water. That was more difficult than it had to be. I had to use my tube, fill up my tube with water, and then use the filter to drink out of the tube. Because on my other kayak, my one at home, you can lean over far enough to where you can get the filter into the water and just drink over the side. Can't do that on this. I forgot about that. Alright, y'all. Gonna run over to the island, which is right here. See what we can do over here. Let me know who's in here, y'all. We got 6 people hanging out. 26 thumbs up. We're trying to get that number to 30. Live for just under an hour, 53 minutes. We got to be home in just about 1 more hour, so it'll be just shy of a 2-hour live by the time we're done. Depending on what our schedule looks like tomorrow, I might do an early morning kayak trip out here to see if we can get on some bass early morning. Like maybe starting at 7:30 or so, something like that. Let me know who's in here, y'all. $27 thumbs up, thank you guys. 28 thumbs up, there we go. We're 2 away from the goal. We're working our way over here on the island. Here's the island, you got it right there. Right there, that's the island. This far off the island, it's 11 feet. It's deep quick. Alright, we are going to go with the finesse worm as the lure of choice currently. Curly tail worm. Tina Carruthers, I think that's how it said. Sorry, I messed that up. How's it going? We are using the wind to our advantage. It is drifting us that way. Yeah, I remember you. Just Tina works for me. Sweet. We're using the wind to our advantage. We're casting this way, it's drifting us this way. That helps us keep the tension in our line. We don't have to fight it to avoid slack line. We can use it. I used to anchor up a lot, and I still bring the anchor out if I really want to sit on a particular spot. If I find a bunch of fish, I'll bring the anchor out. But if I'm just moving around and I want to drift through a spot or work a spot, I don't need to anchor up necessarily. I can just cast and use the wind. Oh my gosh, they're doing this all over again. These fish, they are biting and just grabbing the tail. These bass. You're getting bit on the worm. On the curly tail worm. Let the wind drift us, work this area. It'd be cool to catch a nice big bass on this. So far this trip it's just been little bass. We've got one little smallmouth, one little largemouth. I think it's just the two as far as bass goes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Anything. I was trying to get Bob to come up here and fish with me tomorrow, but he's beat from his New Jersey trip. So, him and Kev were hitting it hard. Excuses from anything, yes. Bob's not one to give excuses. Bob goes at it hard, whatever Bob does. I'm seeing lots of fish on the finder. There's fish in this area for sure. I know. He knows. I was messing around. Yeah. I know as well. Yeah, Bob's a tough cookie. Got that from his ultra endurance marathon biking. Like, who does that? What have you caught? Just a smallmouth on this live so far. We've been trolling around. We lost two at the boat on the trolling rig. They were not hooked super substantially. So we lost two at the boat. And yeah, we've been going for bigger bass for just a minute or two here. We're on our private lake up in the Poconos. Lake house community. We're going to get tossed up on the rocks here in a minute. If we find a nice landing spot, that might be actually advantageous. But if we find the wrong one, we're just going to get tossed around. So we'll see how we fare here. I see a bluegill right there. The wind might be horizontal enough to where it's actually not going to push us up on that section of the island. We might be in the clear. I think we're in the clear, at least for now. Tomorrow or Thursday, depending on when we do it, if we decide to go vertical jig that deep section, that might be a scenario where I actually do anchor up and just sit there, because that'd be pretty sweet to sit there and vertical jig if we're on a pot of fish. Three people in here, 29 thumbs up. Our goal that I set a while ago was 30 thumbs up, so we are just about there. Oh. The new goal is to exceed the old goal. Oh. We're up to 30 on my end. Three people in here, 30 thumbs up. Now we got 4 people. Oh man. Come on, we need another good bite. I want one to thump it. They've just been tippy tapping every time I've got bit on this lure. I want one to absolutely thump it, and that'll be a nice big fish for us. Come on, big fish. 5 people in here, 30 thumbs up. We're at our previous goal. Let's see if we can exceed that, get to at least 31. 31 thumbs up would be sweet. Alright, this little breeze here should slowly drift us back that way if we let it. What's our timeline looking like? 4:25. We need to be back at the house in less than an hour. What are we thinking? If we did that. Alright, I have a plan. We are gonna go around the back side of the island, mess around over there for a minute. Depending on what happens over there, we will follow this drift, troll back along that edge and all the way back down the dam wall towards the house. And that's what we will be doing. Back from yesterday's stream. Sweet, we've got one fish on the board so far. We lost 2 at the boat, which is really unfortunate. We've been trolling around the little mini crankbait. Hooked probably about a pound largie, a super tiny largie, or a super tiny smallie rather, and a medium-sized smallie. And the only one that actually made it into the boat was the medium-sized smallie. The hookup ratio, the hookup to landing ratio, has not been ideal today. We're 1 for 3. They're just getting the back hooks of the little crankbait here, just the back ones, and they're not really staying on. If they jump, they've been coming off. We've been trying to keep them on. Hey, Victoria, that's my girlfriend. How's it going? It is going well. I was just talking about it. We have had a not ideal ratio of number of fish landed to number of fish hooked up on. I hooked 3 while out here on the kayak mission. Only one of them made it into the boat. So not ideal on that front. However, we do have one on the board. We're going to go around the back side of the island here. I'll show you where we are. We're going to go around the back side of the island here. Try that for a couple minutes, and then we're going to troll back along this shoreline towards the dam wall, back along the dam wall into home. We got to be back at the house at the very absolute latest at 5:20. We got to be out of here for dinner at 5:30. And I'm speedy when it comes to showering and getting changed, but I definitely need at least 10 minutes, so probably a little bit more. So that means we're going to shoot for 5:15 back at the house. That's the goal. I got the power bank hooked up. We should still be at 100%. Yep, we are. So we are rocking and rolling when the phone's charged. We can be live out here as long as my phone is alive. We should be able to stay out here and keep on trucking. Chuck that out there. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Have fun at dinner. Yeah, the place I was telling you when you were here, the place we were gonna go is actually closed. I was telling you where we were gonna go, but yeah, the place we were gonna go is closed, so that's not ideal. We had to find a new spot, so I actually don't know where we're going anymore. RDM says hi, hello. I'm gonna go beach myself. What the heck is that? It's someone's buoy. It's sunk down there. Catch anything? We got 1 smallmouth on the board, 1 smallmouth bass. We're gonna go potentially beach myself on the little beaver dam in a moment before we kayak over it. I'm gonna send a cast in there. I would love to absolutely get smoked by a big bass. That would be great. Barn swallows are going crazy right now. They're all over the place. There's a, what is that? A grackle? I think that's a grackle. There's a robin. It is weird how birds can just decide, well, right now I want to go be on the island and just fly directly over the water. And now I want to go be on the mainland, and they can just be there. It's just, I don't know. They don't have to get in a kayak and paddle. They're just like, oh no, I'm going to go over here. What brand of fishing rod are you using? So I got 3 rods in the boat, but the one that's in my hand is a Lew's American Hero combo. It's a good quality little combo. Lew's makes pretty good stuff. Good quality little combo, and it also sends proceeds back to veterans and military support, so it's a cool rod to have. I have a set of rods that lives up here at the Poconos, up at our lake house, and I bring some things back and forth with me. Some stuff that's kind of more niche, but like some general fishing stuff, I leave an ultralight spinning, a light powered spinning, a medium powered spinning, that's this one, a heavy powered casting, and a big catfish rod. I leave up here at the Poconos. They are always here, so I don't have to bring those. So what did I bring with me this time is I brought my micro rod, which doesn't take up much space, just in case I did some micro fishing. I brought my BFS, which we've been using today. That's what we caught the smallmouth on, and we caught our largemouth on the other day. And then I also brought a 2-weight fly rod. Heading out, have fun. All right, see you later. I'll talk to you later tonight, I'm sure. There's a good little weed patch over there that we can probably hit for a couple minutes too. 7 people in here, 31 thumbs up. Thank you. What's the biggest fish you ever caught? I get this question all the time. I feel like every person who does fishing lives does. All right, ready? We'll give you top 5. Didn't get exact measurements, but based upon some different width estimates and some charts we looked at, and also just picking it up to handle it. Between 100 and 120 pound stingray, that video's out on the channel. I caught something around a 90-pound shark. It was about a 5-foot shark, so probably 90-ish pounds. That video's out on the channel. A video to come in the next couple weeks, I caught an 80-pound and a 60-pound stingray in that video. And then number 3 is a 30-pound flathead. So Liam says, hey, can I be a mod? Not yet. So my typical routine for moderators is it's not a status symbol, just people there to help me out. And I usually give that authority to people who I know really well. So if you hang out for a couple weeks, you're in and out of the channel, you're a good participant, then that's something that you may have, but it's not really a status symbol, and I don't just give it out because their job is to help me. I want to help you though. Yeah, that's fine, but I've got at least 3 people in here currently who are moderators, who I know really well. So, a shark? Yes, a shark. About a 5-foot shark. That video is the Indian River Multi-Species Madness, and that is 3 videos ago on the channel. If you go to my channel tab and you click the videos, the long form videos, it should be the 3rd one down, I think, currently. Obviously, as I post more stuff, that'll change, but it should be the 3rd one down. Big shark, yes. Oh. Alright, chuck that right there. Let's go see if we can fish this little weed line. Over here, the wind has died down slightly. Catch anything yet? We have a little smallmouth on the board. We've hooked up on 3 bass today on the trolling rig, which we're going to start using again here shortly. Hooked up on 3 bass, and only one of them has actually made it into the kayak, which is not ideal ratios, but you know, sometimes it's like that. We're using this little tiny crankbait here, and because they're hitting it, I'm trolling it along, meaning I'm moving the boat, and I have this over the side, and I'm moving the boat, and they will hit it, and the momentum of the boat will kind of set the hook for me. So they're really just kind of hooking themselves on these back treble hooks, and if they jump right, they can fling the hook up. So that has happened on 2 of our 3 hookups with that today. Not ideal, but that's kind of the nature of that style of fishing. You can cover a lot of water, kind of passively fish, just paddle around and fish as you're going, and you can occasionally hook up, but because of the nature of it, sometimes you lose them. So if you were a fish, you'd eat that. There you go. Have you ever been scared to fall out of the kayak really far out? Generally no, but I do have a short on the channel. One time, storm came real quick while I was out on the kayak, and I was getting rocked like this, all that. I was getting rocked pretty good in the kayak. Waves were coming over. The kayak started filling. I needed to get a life jacket on. It was cold and all that. So that one was a little bit rough, but I knew what to do. I got my life jacket on right away. I went to the opposite shoreline. I didn't try and get back. The wind was blowing this way. My house is that way. So I just went with the wind, got to shore, which is the safety zone, and then had someone come pick me up. There's no use in trying to get back to that shore because I would have had to fight the wind the whole way. I might not have made it, all that stuff. Just make the wise decisions and you'll be in a good spot. So, no, generally, never been really scared. I also swim really well. I've swam out to this island from my house, which I believe is, it's like close to half a mile, I think. And I totally could swim a mile easy if I needed to. That wasn't even that difficult. I'm a great swimmer, which makes it all the less scary. You need to be prepared to do these things, know how to react when stuff goes wrong, have your life jacket, be good at swimming, and all that stuff shouldn't be scary then. It shouldn't be scary if you're prepared for it. Generally, a true statement. 7 people in here, back down to 30 thumbs up. Someone took back their like. Oh man. Uh-oh. Someone said, I don't like this anymore. It's bad. Is it cold or just windy? Just windy. It's actually quite hot. Yeah, it's quite hot. It is, I believe it's in mid to high 80s. I think it's like 86 or something like that. Plastic minnow. We're in the weeds, in the thick of it here. I'm going to switch up to the other soft plastic bait I brought along, which is the Nico Helgramite. We're going to try that. These things are a pain in the butt to get on, but when they're on, and they're not coming off. They've got that super elastic plastic. There you go. I did get seaweed, yes. And I quickly released it. Z-Man, if anybody's ever used Z-Man baits, Nico style plastic is quite similar. Very, very stretchy, very durable style plastic. Alright, so we got a Nico Helgramite on. More of a Ned Rig style presentation. But I feel like with how many fish have been hitting the tail and letting go, then yeah, we'll see what we can do with that. Sorry, I was reading Matt's comment and trying to finish my sentence at the same time, and it just was not working. What do you think about the small PFDs always on for fishing? So I have one, Matt. My kayak camping video, I know most of the time my GoPro was on my chest, so you were looking out and you didn't see what was on me, but I was actually wearing that. I like it for things like river fishing, where the water's always moving, and cold weather. Like, I will always be wearing that cold weather. In the summer here, like something like this lake, or really any other lake where it's stationary and you're required to have a life jacket on the boat for good reason. It's, like it's just another thing to put on. But like in the river or in cold water, I own one and I will use it all the time. It's fantastic. They're not cheap, but they do their job and they are very low profile. So yeah, I have one. Who's mine made by? Is it Onyx? I think that's the brand that makes mine. So yeah, I've got one. That was from the other side of the family on Christmas. My dad's parents. That set of grandparents got me that for Christmas 2 years ago. But yeah, I own one and I like it. Yeah, lakes you're pretty in control. And in warm water, like I was swimming in this earlier, so like, it's annoying if I fall in, but it's really not that big of a deal, and you're generally in control. You've got it in case a storm comes up on you quick, you can quick put it on, all that sort of stuff. But otherwise, no point. Well, not no point, but like otherwise, I don't really see the super need to put it on. But yeah, for moving water, moving or super cold water, definitely ideal to keep it on at all times, and having a low profile one that blows up if you do hit water is pretty nice. Yeah, a lot of weeds, man. A lot of weeds. This whole section's pretty weedy. Some big rocks down there too. That's a weird combination. Big rocks and lots of weeds. Usually, at least in this lake, if there's rocks, then there's not a ton of weeds, and if there's weeds, then there's not a ton of rocks. Gotta go eat. Bye. Not a problem. Can you wish me luck? Because I'm going fishing right now. If you wish me luck to catch some big fish, it would be blessed. Well, good luck. I hope that works out well for you. Nancy, how's it going? Oh man, this is such a weedy mess in here. All right, plan. We've got that smaller lure on now. We're gonna go quick hit the front side of the island. Our target's 5:15, so we got 30 minutes ish till we got to be home. I'm accounting for about 5 minutes of unpacking. So 30-ish minutes till we got to be back home. Let's whip around to the front side of the island here. Try on the front side with a smaller lure, and then troll back to the house. We got one fish on the board so far this live. Little smallmouth bass on the trolling rig. See if we can get another one. 10 people in here, 33 thumbs up. Thank you guys. If we get past 35, then we gotta get to 40. So, that'd be sweet. Flip you around so you guys can see the scenery and such. Alright. There's the island. We're gonna hug the shore so that it can give us a little windbreak. And we are gonna see if we can rip around to the front, fish there for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna troll back to the house. I'm gonna say that it's probably gonna take us 15 minutes or so to troll back to the house. So I'm going to, in our time estimate, account for about 13 minutes of fishing the front side of the island. This person came in and was being problematic the other day. People can do what they want to, but and people can be funny, but when people come in and do the same thing over and over again, I know to some of you haven't seen what that person did the other day. You're like, well, that person didn't do anything wrong. Well, yeah, they're just coming back in here to cause trouble, though. That's how they started the dialogue the other day. And then it went downhill. 0.37 miles from the beach to the nearest point on the island. Google Earth. Yeah, I probably went slightly further than that because the nearest point on the island is probably right about this close side here, and I went to the middle. So it's probably, you could call it 0.4 miles I swam, and that's easy peasy lemon squeezy, and that's about the furthest you would have to swim from anywhere on the lake to hit land, is from like right where we are, and that was no problem. So yeah, great. The most important thing you can do to be safe on a water vessel is know how to swim. Then it's having a life jacket. Alright, back into the wind, y'all. Woo! 2. Security boat's out in front of us. He was having trouble starting the engine. It's the only boat on the lake that's allowed to have a gas motor. Everyone else has to go to electric. It's not that big of a lake. It's like 400 acres or something like that. You know what bait I haven't had in a long time? I haven't had a pack of in a while, but I used to love those things, and I think they'd be great fishing off the island here. Z-Man Slim Swims. They're like a little paddle tail. You can rig them on a Texas rig and fish them on the bottom like a Ned rig, but you can also paddle them through the water column. Just a versatile bait for fishing up on the rocks like this. That would be great. Victoria's texting me now. I'll have to check that once we get back to the house. We will be doing some more kayak fishing over the next 2 days to close out the trip. So stay tuned for that, everyone. What time is it? 4:47. Eight people in here, 34 thumbs up. I've been liking this kayak rig. It's a little bulky. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. I just never have. If I just put a 1 hole up through this thing, and I put a 1/4 screw or a 1/4 bolt just right up through it, I could mount any standard tripod attachment straight to the boat instead of having to do it there. I've been thinking about doing that for a long time, and I haven't done it yet. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should do it. So tonight, after we get home from dinner, gonna catch another bluegill, check it out for catfish bait, and see if I can finish. Should have been on the TikTok. Don't know what that means. I know what TikTok is, but I don't know what you're actually referring to. Fill me in. Let me know what you're trying to convey here. I have Google Earth open. Hang on. He's hanging on. Matt's plotting something. Matt's gonna get back to us with some sort of Google Earth generated information about my location. I am anxiously awaiting word from Matt and my aunt, Chrissy, about when we're going to be able to go visit them back in Colorado. 190 acres? Really? Somehow someone told me it was way more than that. Where did I get that information? Huh. I thought it was like 380. I don't know where I got that. That's double what you're saying. Maybe that means something. I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was like 384. Somehow I have that number knocking around in my head. But I don't know where I got that. Yeah, but anxiously awaiting information from them. Planning another Colorado trip. And trying to figure out a date to make that happen. Go back out there. Alright, 452. Including the 3.5 acre island. Yeah, interesting. I don't know where I got that number then. It's interesting to me that it's double of what you're saying. I wonder if someone messed up. I feel like that can't be coincidental, because I feel like I know who told it to me. I feel like it was my godfather. I feel like he looked it up somewhere. I don't know how he would have gotten double, but it seems as though he did. Or Matt got half, but Matt's not someone who would be the type of person to get information on Google Earth and all that. So, I don't know. Neither's my godfather, but, you know. $35 thumbs up, 7 people in here. Sorry about the sun at my back here. That will change in a minute or two once I make the turn. I'm getting back to a good depth near the shore. And then once I'm at a good depth, I'm going to turn and troll along the shore until we get back home. Gradually get into a little bit shallower. I want to be in about 6 feet of water. I'm currently in 11, so some number of people in here and some number of thumbs up. Can't see because the sun is blinding in the camera. 9.7 feet here. 8.8. I'm going to be in about 5 or 6. Lots of fish right here, man. 8.8 feet. Maybe we'll just troll here. 8.8 feet might be the ticket. You never know. Seeing lots of fish on the finder in 8.8 feet. Seven people in here. 35 thumbs up. We got 20 minutes till my deadline to be back at the house. See if we can make that happen. Troll back along the wall, the shore here, and then the wall. We're in 10.5 feet of water. Definitely want to be a little shallower than that. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can get back there in time and maybe get another fish or two. That'd be sweet. .9 feet. Trust but verify. Indeed. Indeed. Is that 8 or 9? 9 people in there. 9 people in here. Alright, 8.6 feet. We're seeing fish again. It's about that 8-foot zone. I'm gonna sit at paddle into 7. See what that looks like as far as fish quantities. But yeah, let's chill right here. Good zone. Six and a half feet right here. Paddling in the wind is a workout, y'all. Oh, we got one. We got one. Keep him down. Keep him down. Keep him down so he doesn't jump. Here we go. Oh, yellow perch. No! Oh my god. Dude, the number of fish we are losing right at the boat. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Right at the stinking boat. I could have reached out and touched him. And I try and pull him in. And he's off. Alright, here's the strategy. We're going to have the net at the ready for the next time that happens. No more trying to yoink him in. We're going to net him. Alright. That is massively unfortunate. 1 hour and 42 minutes, and our last fish was at 25 minutes. Okay, so I'm mentally noting where I'm going to put some timestamps. I'm going to put a timestamp there and label it heartbreak. That was a yellow perch. That would have been cool. Yellow perch on the trolling rig. Alright, we're gonna try and net him next time. Hey Mark, how's it going? 9 people in here, 37 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get to 40. We got about 15 minutes left in this live. If that. Oh man, this wind is brutal. Going back's gonna be a pain. Serious pain. Yeah, we're gonna have to push on the way back. Let's start pushing now. Oh! We had a bite and lost him. Woo! If we give ourselves a little bit more velocity, it might cut through these waves a little bit better too. And we'll probably pick up a little pace. We're gonna need to keep a good clip going back to make it in time. We got 14 minutes till I gotta be back at the house. And we are at the far side of the island. We're just about back at the dam wall. But we gotta maintain a pretty good clip going back, so. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah. We still got that thing rolling. Alright, note to self. Every fish on the trolling rig I should try and net instead of just bringing into the boat because they like to come off. That's what we're learning today, which, I mean, I've experienced that before, just not to this degree of difficulty getting fish in the boat. Getting bobbed around. 38 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get that to 40 before the end of the live here. Maintain a good clip. Alright, we got this. Alright, 10 minutes. We gotta get back in 10 minutes. Here's what these waves look like. We'll flip you all around. Bobbing like a cork. Oh yeah. Barbless? No, they're just barely getting that one back treble as I'm trolling along, because I'm just trolling, so they're hitting it, and then the force of me going forwards in the boat is what's setting the hook for me, and they're just barely getting it. They're barely hooked when I get them to the boat, all of them. Alright, we're gonna recast, make sure there's no weeds or anything on the hooks. It feels pretty darn good. You can feel it thumping when it's correct. Yeah, it's good. Oh no, we do have a little weeds. That might be why we're not getting fish. Fish do not like weeds on the bait. Like in general, don't like biting when there's weeds. Alright, let's maintain a good clip here. Let's see if we can get one more like up to 40 before we gotta close out the vlog. We got 8 minutes, hopefully, till we get home. I gotta push, man. Oh, man. Woo! Lots of wind. Here we go. It's like a workout. It's like the rowing machine. I love the rowing machine. Great exercise. Pushing. About a third of the way. going straight into the wind. Check the bait. We're about halfway. Yep, a little weeds. Just the tiniest bit of weeds, and they don't like it. Usually when I go that far in these conditions with this bait and I don't get myself at least one bite, it means that I've got weeds. And I've kind of keyed in on that, as you guys can tell. All right, here we go. Push hard again. There we are. Here we go. We're going. The wind is getting harder. Good Lord. It's getting... The wind is picking up. This is wrong. Alright, Matt. How about this? Mister, you know where I am and can give me information. What you claim it is. Because it is ripping. We are ripping right now. I'm really having to dig to get... Oh, we had a bite. Missed him. I'm really digging to keep pace right now. Stand by, Matt says. Digging hard to keep the pace. Oh, we just got another bite. Missed him. About 2/3 of the way. Not much left. Oh, it's picking up again. Hey, John, how's it going? Alright, dig hard. We're almost there. $40 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. We're supposed to be back to the house in 2 minutes. It'll probably be more like 4, but that's alright. We're still on pace. This wind is just brutal. Ten people in here, 40 thumbs up. We're about to end the live, y'all. We're getting to the end of our trolling area. We've been trolling along this dam wall here. You can see back behind me. We're almost done. Let's see if we get one in the final stretch. That actually happens a surprising amount. There's a lot of fish congregated up here. No good stations at least nearby, but at least 4 to 10 from the southwest. Southwest is Well, east is that way. West, yep, that checks out completely. Southwest is over there. And that's where it's coming from. Yep, it's kicking pretty good. I'm fighting it hard. We're almost there. Nancy, I'm not sure if she's saying bye or not, but we're almost done. So we're all gonna be saying bye in a moment. We gotta get back to the house, get the world's quickest shower and change, and then we'll be ready to go to dinner. All right, rounding the bend, coming off the dam wall, troll right back to the house. There's a chance we get one on this little troll back towards the house, but I wouldn't put much hope in it. Yep, take care, says Nancy. Have a good one. I hear a chipping sparrow. Alright, we're almost there. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Let's see what our pace is. Uh-oh, we have weeds. We've got something. Yep, weeds. Alright, toss it back out there. One more time for today. We're maintaining a good 3 miles an hour, generally. Even in the headwind, we were maintaining at least 3, maybe closer to 3.5 miles an hour, which is pretty darn good. Given that we had like a 10-mile-an-hour wind in our face. I'm assuming that's what it is. That's probably about where my guess would have been. And that's kind of what Matt's information said as well, but we were maintaining good pace. Like, we are currently at 2.9 miles an hour. Just about back to the house. We'll flip it around, you can see our house. Alright, there's the house. There's these rods. We got dock right there, unless we get a buzzer beater fish in the next like 15 seconds. And we're gonna end the live with 1 fish and 3 missed ones. But hey, we're learning. We gotta use the net when trolling. That's the big lesson from today. Alright. Here we are. Alright. Put that right there. Turn the fish finder off. 6 people hanging out in here. We're gonna dock. Oh, the bald eagle, y'all. Thanks, Mark. Mark told me no sound. All right, y'all. Well, that's going to be the end of the live. It's a little bit unfortunate that we hooked 4 fish and only got 1 in the boat, but I guess I finally accepted and learned my lesson that I really should just try and net every fish on the trolling rig because they're not hooked well. And, you know, that's that. We did get 1 smallmouth though, so there's that positive. I'm going to get myself ready and get heading to dinner. I will see y'all later. Travis says night fishing. I will be night fishing. It's unlikely that I go live, but I will be night fishing and there'll be a short from it if I get anything, so don't you worry. All right, y'all. I will see you on the next live, probably tomorrow. Have a good one.